Hey guys, hope you're having a great day. We're going to go ahead and show you how I mark all my blades. I do a little different than Dirk, but we'll give you an idea of what that is. So here's one of the blades I'm going to mark. I'll do most of my marks on the spine. Just seems to work better for me and what I'm doing. Key things you want to have in place is, number one, a good vise. If the handle's already on the knife, I'll put a piece of leather in there just to kind of protect it. I'm using a Personalizer Plus. You can get these at Pop's Knife Supply. I got 1 cup with neutralizer, 1 cup of the etching. Make sure you have a Q-tip, a couple paper towels. I'll use one to clean the blade, one is to actually dab the end of the marker. My stencils I order. I get them from a place called TusTech, T-U-S-T-E-C-H. They seem to work well, and that's what I've pretty much used most of my knife making career. But they come in sheets like this. So I got several marks on one sheet. I think the setup fee is $30 and then each sheet is like $25, something like that. But you can reuse these multiple times. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut off one of the stencils. You wanna make sure you keep these not stored in light. As far as how I adhere it to the blade, I use either Gorilla Tape or electrical tape. They both seem to work really well. But you gotta have some kind of tape to keep it in place and mask off what you don't want any chance of anything to touch. So get a couple of those pieces cut real quick. All I'm doing is putting tabs on my mark. So you can see I got the mark. Part of it's taped, part of it's open for it to actually adhere to the blade. So just kind of position it where you want it on the knife. And we're ready. Now as far as the attachments for the Personalizer Plus, red actually connects to the blade. You want to make sure you have these separated before you turn the machine on. And then for the actual pad, you can buy the pads that are made specifically for the machine itself, or I like to use felt. And I'll just cut it in a small narrow strip and actually lay it across and just put a rubber band around it. Now that's ready. So I got my paper towel set up, got my Q-tip ready, go ahead and put it in the neutralizer. And I also have a piece of, this is a Scotch-Brite wheel. It's a deburring wheel. Once it gets wore out, we just cut it in little chunks so you can use it by hand. Works great for this. So I'm going to do a deep etch. So on the machine, I'm going to turn it to etch, like 3.5, 4 setting. Go ahead and get some of the etching soaked into my felt. Now take the secondary paper towel over here and just kind of dab it, just get the excess off. You don't want too much. And then I just put it right to the blade. Typically I count to about 5 or 10. Pull it off, let it release, let it gas off. Do it again. Typically speaking, once you pull your stencil off, you won't be able to match it back up. It's pretty difficult. So try to make sure you get it all covered well in your first go. Kind of look at the top and see where it was clear before is now dark. That's the actual material being removed and getting sucked into the felt pad with the etching. Just do it a couple, 3, 4 times. Like I said, 5 to 10 seconds each. That should be good to go. Switch off the machine. Remove your stencil. Neutralizer. I actually clean my stencil first. For some reason it seems to dry in thick there. And plus, on the mark itself, it doesn't matter if the black part dries in because it actually gives you a clearer mark. Once that's done, just kind of run a little bit of neutralizer over your mark. Take your other paper towel, just give it a quick wipe. I like to take the Scotch-Brite pad and just kind of run over. Now if you're doing a mirror polish, you can still go back, get like a piece of 4000 grit, something like that, and lightly touch it or go straight to the buffer. typically speaking, one of the reasons I do mark on my spine is if you mess up your spine with the mark, or you mess your mark up, whatever, you can easily fix that. But if you're actually doing it on your bevel, you have to go regrind. Not much fun. Especially if you've already taken the time to make it a mirror polish blade or whatnot. Once it's done, you can see it looks pretty good. And one last step I do is Windex, just a little extra neutralizing. Cover the blade in case any of the etching actually slid down. Good wipe. And it's good to go. There it is. But the cool thing is, so the difference with me and Dirk, once he uses that stencil, it's done. Well, I can grab my next blade. Put the stencil back on. Go back at it. Typically on an etch, you can get anywhere from 10 to 20 uses out of one stencil. If you're doing a mark, which means basically the material is going up and down, it's not actually etching down into the material, you can get 100, almost 200 uses out of one stencil. So it's pretty cool. Other than that, it's pretty simple. That's what I've been doing for years. Like I said, the stencils and the neutralizer and the etching I get from TusTech, TusTech. And y'all have a great day. We'll see you next time. Thanks.